3:42 a.m. Your cat is curled up next to you. You think it's about warmth. The short answer is trust. But the short answer misses the part that actually matters. Because here's what's actually happening. Your cat's amygdala, the threat detector in their brain, is running a continuous assessment while they sleep. And the conclusion it reaches every night is that your scent is a safety signal. Not comfort, not habit. Safety. That's the mechanism talking. And once you see how it works, the behavior stops being mysterious and starts being readable. You've probably heard that cats sleep with their owners because they feel secure. That's not wrong. It's incomplete. What most explanations skip is the neurobiology, how scent gets mapped onto safety, how physical contact rewires the bond, and why your cat's sleep cycle has synchronized with yours even though they're built to hunt at dawn. Let's break this down. Cats aren't pack animals. They're facultatively social. They can live alone or in groups, depending on resources. Wild cats, the ancestors of your house cat, are solitary hunters. They don't need a pack to survive. But here's what researchers found. When resources are abundant, cats form colonies. And in those colonies, they sleep together. Not primarily for warmth, for security. Sleep is the most vulnerable state a predator can be in. Senses dulled, reaction time slow. In the wild, sleeping alone means sleeping exposed. So when your cat chooses to sleep with you, they're making a calculated decision. Their nervous system has been running that assessment in the background, weeks, months, years, and the result is your presence reduces threat. But how does that decision get made? What turns human nearby into safe to sleep? That connects to something deeper. And this is where it gets interesting. To understand why your cat sleeps with you, we need to go back about 10,000 years. Cats domesticated themselves. They moved into human settlements for the rodents. The cats that thrived were the ones whose nervous systems could tolerate human presence without constant alarm signals. Over thousands of years, something shifted. Cats didn't just tolerate humans, they started forming attachments. A 2019 study from Oregon State University tested this directly. Researchers separated cats from their owners, then reunited them and measured behavior. The result, about 65% of cats showed secure attachment, the same bonding pattern seen in human infants with caregivers. Secure attachment means this. When separated, the cat shows stress. When reunited, the cat seeks proximity, relaxes, returns to exploration. That's not tolerance. That's a bond. And sleep is where that bond becomes visible. In feral cat colonies, cats with social bonds sleep in contact or close proximity. It's a signal. I trust you enough to be vulnerable near you. When your cat sleeps with you, they're not treating you like a human. They're treating you like a member of their colony. That choice to include you in their sleep space is one of the clearest indicators of attachment. But the choice to sleep with you is just the first layer. The position they choose, the distance they maintain, how they respond when you move, all of that is controlled by a specific system in their brain. Here's what most explanations skip. The mechanism. When your cat sleeps with you, 3 things are happening simultaneously. All 3 link to one structure, the amygdala. The amygdala is the brain's threat detector. It scans constantly, sounds, smells, movements. In cats, it's hyperactive by design. They're both predator and prey. Survival depends on detecting threats before those threats detect them. But the amygdala doesn't just detect threats. It registers safety signals. And over time, your scent, the specific combination of pheromones, skin oils, environmental markers that make you you, becomes one of those signals. 3 mechanisms: scent recognition and threat reduction. Cats have about 200 million scent receptors. Humans have 5 million. When your cat is near you, they're reading a chemical map. your scent reaches their vomeronasal organ. That organ processes pheromones and sends signals directly to the amygdala. If that scent is familiar, if it's been paired with safety over weeks or months, the amygdala's response shifts. Instead of unknown, assess threat, the signal becomes known, low threat. That shift is measurable. Studies on shelter cats versus home cats show that familiar scents, especially human scents from bonded caregivers, correlate with lower cortisol. Cortisol is the stress hormone. Lower cortisol means the nervous system is not in defense mode. When your cat curls up next to you at 3 a.m., their amygdala is running that assessment. The conclusion: this scent means safety. But scent is only the first layer. The second mechanism involves chemistry. Oxytocin release through physical contact. Oxytocin is the bonding hormone. A 2017 study found that cats who engage in affiliative behaviors, headbutting, purring, sleeping in contact, show measurable oxytocin increases. When your cat presses against you while they sleep, physical contact triggers oxytocin. That creates a feedback loop. Proximity generates oxytocin, which creates positive association, which increases proximity seeking. This is why cats who sleep with owners as kittens continue that behavior as adults. The neural pathway has been reinforced. The association between contact and comfort is strong, and it's bidirectional. You release oxytocin too, which means the bond isn't one-sided. Your cat is responding to their internal chemistry, and you're responding to yours. Two nervous systems reinforcing each other through touch. The third mechanism is less obvious but equally powerful. Circadian synchronization. Cats are crepuscular, most active at dawn and dusk. That's their natural rhythm. Hunt when prey is active, rest during the day and night. But house cats adjust their activity to match their owners. A 2014 study tracking cat activity over 24 hours found that cats living with humans show more daytime activity and more nighttime sleep than feral cats. Why? Social bonds create circadian pressure. When your cat sleeps with you at night, they're aligning their sleep cycle with yours. That alignment happens because their brain tracks you as a social reference point. The suprachiasmatic nucleus, the part of the brain that controls circadian rhythm, is influenced by social cues. In pack animals like wolves, this is obvious. The pack sleeps together, hunts together, wakes together. In facultatively social animals like cats, the effect is subtler, but it's there. Your cat's decision to sleep through the night with you is their brain choosing social synchronization over their natural crepuscular rhythm. Think about what that actually means. Your cat is overriding millions of years of evolutionary programming that says, hunt at dawn, hunt at dusk, because the bond with you is strong enough to reshape their internal clock. That's not just trust, that's attachment. So here's the full picture. When your cat sleeps with you, their amygdala has registered your scent as a safety signal. Physical contact triggers oxytocin, reinforcing the bond. Their circadian system synchronizes with yours, prioritizing proximity over natural activity patterns. Three systems: threat detection, bonding chemistry, circadian rhythm, working together to create one behavior. Your cat chooses to sleep near you. But there's one more layer, and this is the part that usually doesn't make it into the explanation. The position your cat chooses isn't random. It's a readable signal. Three common positions. At your feet. This position balances attachment and independence. They're in your scent field but maintain their own territory. Strategic. They can monitor the room, clear exit path, close enough to respond. This is not weak attachment. This is secure attachment. They don't need to be pressed against you to feel safe. Your presence in the room is enough. Think of it as trust with autonomy. They've categorized you as safe, but they're also maintaining their ability to respond to threats. That's the balance every cat strikes between bonding and survival. Pressed against your side, deeper contact, maximum scent exchange and physical touch, more oxytocin for both of you. If your cat does this, their nervous system has moved beyond "you are safe" to "you are a source of comfort." The distinction matters. Safety is passive, comfort is active. Safety means no threat detected. Comfort means this feels good. Cats who sleep pressed against you are actively seeking contact, not just accepting proximity. That's a stronger attachment signal. It means the bond has moved from tolerance to preference. On your chest. Highest commitment. Full weight on you, in your breathing space. Over your heartbeat. For an animal that is both predator and prey, this is vulnerable. They can't escape quickly. They're fully exposed. The fact that they choose it anyway. Their amygdala is so confident in your safety signal that they override their escape instinct. Plus your heartbeat, steady rhythm their nervous system can lock onto. Cats who sleep on their owner's chest show longer sleep durations. The rhythm acts as a pacifier. It's predictable, consistent, safe. Some researchers believe this mirrors the comfort of a mother cat's heartbeat when they were kittens. Whether that's true or not, the effect is real. The rhythm soothes. Here's what this means practically. If your cat sleeps at your feet, don't interpret that as distance. It's secure attachment with autonomy. They trust you enough to be in the same space, but they're maintaining their independence. If your cat presses against you, recognize that as active comfort seeking. That's a bond that has moved beyond safety to preference. They're not just tolerating your presence, they want it. If your cat sleeps on your chest, understand that they've fully integrated you into their safety system. They're overriding fundamental survival instincts to be close to you. None of these positions are better. They're different expressions of the same underlying mechanism. Your cat's brain has categorized you as safe, and that categorization didn't happen overnight. It's the result of hundreds or thousands of interactions where their nervous system registered your presence, your scent, your behavior, and concluded you are not a threat. Now let's talk about what changes. If your cat has been sleeping with you for months or years and suddenly stops, that shift is worth noticing. 3 scenarios. Environmental stress. Cats are territorial. If something in the environment changes, new person, new pet, construction noise, shift in your schedule, their threat assessment system recalibrates. Sleeping with you requires low baseline stress. If cortisol is elevated due to environmental factors, they may choose a more defensible sleep location. Under the bed, in a closet, somewhere with limited access points. This isn't rejection. It's their nervous system responding to perceived threat by prioritizing security over proximity. The solution is not to force contact. It's to identify and reduce the stressor. Give them time. Let their cortisol drop. The bond is still there. It's just competing with a stronger signal right now. Pain or illness. Cats hide pain. Evolutionary adaptation. Showing weakness in the wild means becoming a target. If your cat suddenly stops sleeping with you and shows other changes, reduced appetite, less grooming, avoiding interaction, pain is a possibility. When cats are in pain, they isolate. They choose locations where they won't be disturbed. They reduce movement. They conserve energy. If the behavior change is sudden and accompanied by other signs, a vet visit is the right call. This isn't about the bond. This is about survival instinct overriding attachment. Routine disruption. Your cat's circadian system has synchronized with yours. If your schedule changes, going to bed later, waking earlier, traveling frequently, their sleep pattern can desynchronize. They may still be bonded to you, but if their rhythm no longer aligns with yours, they may choose a different sleep schedule. This is fixable. Consistency in your routine helps their circadian system relock onto yours. It takes time, days, sometimes weeks, but the synchronization can rebuild. Here's the key point. The behavior, sleeping with you, is a snapshot of their nervous system's current state. It reflects attachment, yes, but it also reflects stress level, health, environmental stability. If the behavior is consistent, you have a secure bond. If the behavior changes, don't assume the bond is broken. Assume something else has shifted. Start looking for what that is, because the bond doesn't disappear. It gets overridden by stronger signals, pain, threat, disruption. But the underlying attachment, the neural pathways, the scent recognition, the oxytocin response, those don't vanish overnight. So here's what we've covered. When your cat sleeps with you, their amygdala registers your scent as a safety signal. Physical contact releases oxytocin, strengthening the bond. Their circadian rhythm synchronizes with yours, choosing social alignment over natural activity patterns. That's not a cat being a cat. That's a nervous system that has spent weeks, months, years building a map of safety, and you're at the center of it. The position they choose, at your feet, against your side, on your chest, reflects how they balance attachment with autonomy. All three positions are valid. All three are signs of trust. And if the behavior changes, that change is information, not rejection. Their nervous system telling you something has shifted in their environment, their health, their routine. Once you see it that way, the behavior stops being mysterious and starts being readable. Your cat isn't curling up next to you because it's warm. They're making a choice. One their brain has confirmed through scent, through touch, through rhythm. That's not mysterious. That's a nervous system doing exactly what it evolved to do. If this changed how you see your cat, hit the like button and subscribe. We're breaking down cat behavior through neuroscience every week. And here's a question for you. Where does your cat sleep? At your feet, against your side, on your chest, or somewhere else entirely? Drop a comment. I'm curious what patterns we'll see.